Right, so what we've got here is something quite rare actually. Tis anyway. Tis to start off with, because even though it's an Indesit, it's basically the phase between the last gen of the W range to the WIA and range, really. It didn't really last very long, this range. It's the WI range. It's supposed to take over, but obviously they've gone for the WIA. So it's a WI101, 5 kilo, 1000 spin. And what makes it unusual is that it's got a mechanical dial. Yet when the WIA came in, it was just a single notch dial. It's got 11 programs, including an unusual A-class at 40 cycle. And program 9, which seems to be sort of like, I don't know what's gone on here, but look at that. I think there's some marker pen or something on that. Maybe because it's all quite hard to see, maybe. So they put some marker pen to mark it. As the daily wash at 30. Yeah. You've also got two options. We've got rapid wash and anti-crease. And we've got a push on off button with this little red indicator. So this red indicator tells a lot about what's going on. So when it's flashing like this, it means it's ready, with the door open. When it's solid, it's on, and when it's flashing, it's basically programming itself. It's basically when you select whatever you're selecting. Draw's pretty much not changed, but that's a pretty clean draw. Even if it's now not going in. Why aren't you going in, Wilson? Weird. There we go. I've done a bow wash in it, and all of a sudden all this is coming out. You liquid crap. The door seal's pretty infected actually with it, so that's gonna have to come off. Impels aren't too bad. Can't twist them, which is a good thing. If you twist them, usually means that too many clips have come undone. That does show you how bad liquid is. It's everywhere. Although it does smell of aerial now, because I've put a huge dose through. The temperature dial though is a single sector. So basically we had the WI range that come out, didn't last very long. Then WIA, which was a 16 program dial, but the on-off button was actually a sector on the dial. So we got 10 programs and 5 partials. And then that didn't last very long, and then WIB came out range, which replaced the WIA, and that had 11, same 16 program dial, and that came with 11 programs and 5 partials because it had an on-off button. Pretty much like this, to be honest. It was still set up exactly the same, so you had a temperature dial, but obviously the buttons stay the same, but what they've now done is obviously they're not pushing buttons, and they had a little LED to indicate when it was selected. It's fully working. The bearings are obviously smooth as, the motor's smooth as. The pump smooth as actually. Right. So I'm going to refurb it. Obviously got a little patch of rust, which is quite common actually. Another little patch down there. And if you notice, unusually, the metal is yellowed before the plastic has. The plastic's more white than the metal, which is rather unusual, since it's usually the other way around. But even so, it makes someone a decent cheap washing machine once I'm finished with it. But I'm also going to film it because it is quite unusual to have. Right, what as well is that when you select something, it does actually advance as well. It does advance through the program until it gets to stop. What it does mean is that you get all the partial programs with it. So, obviously you've got rinse and spin, and then you've got fabric softener. So what basically on rinse and spin. Right, let's do programs and options.